Ahoy everybody! Mr. Moo, here in the cockpit, here in Elite Dangerous, here at Stewart Orbital. Why? Well, because we're picking some stuff up, that's why. You know, the usual reasons. Let's see here now. What we got here. Oop. 1 second. And we're just kind of doing some poking around here in the background. Let's see here. Nightbot. Come here, Nightbot. Ooh. Edit that up. Just doing some editing. There we go. Submit it. Let's give that a look. The phone. All right. Hello. Oh man, so many people here already. Let's see here. Kobo. Hello. Ursula. Let's see here. Merwaz. Vox. Terlock. See here, Verad, Marino Twine, Aaron A. Burton. Good grief, everybody's here already? I gotta get on my game. I gotta get my A game going. Follows, shoutouts. Yes, we gotta do those too. Let's see here, who's so... Unjust Forsetti, thank you so much for following. Angry Farah. David. Brand Ox Fusion, or Brando X Fusion, or Brand Ox Fusion. Or maybe it's Brando Fusion with an X in the middle. Either way, I've shouted you out a whole lot of times now. Welcome to the show. Melon Bread, thank you so much for the follow. And Nabob, thank you so much for the follow. Just 7 minutes old.
Welcome to the stream.
Welcome to the crew. Unjust Forsetti, thank you so much for the subscription. Welcome to the Plank Owners Club. Pull up a seat. We got plenty of crazy going on right now. Aaron Burton, eagerly waiting to listen to your amazing voice while I work. Well, we'll see what we can do here with that. So, here at the Raw Material Trader, and also testing out a new toy I picked up, called ED Engineer. What is 8 pounds in kilograms? 8 pounds, let's see, 2.2, so it's something like, 3.6 kilograms? I want to say, roughly. 40 inches in centimeters. Aaron Burton. 1 second there. I see what was going on. It was, yeah, the decimal point, it made it think it was a part of a web address. Delta Fire Dragon, hello there. So I was close, 3.6 kilograms in 8 pounds. Close. Alright, so what are we picking up here? We are picking up some ruthenium. Best thing to do here, let's switch over a couple units of cadmium. Sorry, Aaron, that would be the spam protection. I've been being hit by some malware bots. Okay, let's get this over. Delta Fire, thinking of a battle conda. Battle condas are fun, but my soul currently belongs to the Alliance. Yeah, the screen is dark. Yeah, we'll get that fixed up. Let's confirm the trade here.
Favorite blueprint ready. Hull reinforcement package deep plating, G.
There we go. Now we got something to work with. We got some deep plating. A lot of course for Celine Jean.
Stellar cartography.
Yeah, Conda isn't rank accessed. It's a good, it's a good ship to
Please
use for a
select your
good battleship.
destination.
Let's see, I heard you guys are getting some more space around Narvert. It's true, we've actually been doing pretty well. Course confirmed, thank you. Alright, and now let's see here, exclamation point Discord. And anyone should be able to use this command, but there's the link there for you. Aaron? Oh, alright. That's a lot of stuff we need to take care of quick. So how far out are we? We are 8 jumps out. Let's go talk to Celine and get some armoring going. Falcon DeLacy isn't loyal to any particular faction, not that I know. Lights on?
Lights on.
They're just loyal to money. Which isn't necessarily a bad thing. You're up.
Retracting landing module.
Confirmed. You may leave when ready.
Well, you have money, so no biggie. It's true. Hahaha. They aren't loyal to health and safety, though. They like their loose wiring. You know, I'm seeing some exposed wiring here in this, Lakon cockpit, too. I wouldn't call that loose wiring, I'd just call it, you know, easy user access. Yeah, it's not loose wiring, it's user accessible. Ah, there we go. They should put me in marketing. Oh, it's Wednesday. How's everybody doing? How's everybody's week going? Yeah, gotta get those marketing terms in there, like synergy and what's another good one? I'm bad at... Oh, agile development. That one's kinda sorta, I've heard some good things about agile, but still it gets overused. Work shift over, another good to go today? That's... best of luck on that. Verad, recovering from my long-haul mission failing. Oh, crap, what happened? Ashbest doing good, had a science test today. Well, hope you did well. Imagine you did well. Elite does seem to draw in the more scientific-minded, so... it's kind of the nature of the beast. Unless it's chemistry. I was terrible at chemistry. Oh, I was bad. Aaron A. Burton just bought a new coffee mug, says, I went to Hutton Orbital. Once. You and me both. Witcher. Let's see, Elite is a scientific game. It literally has the most research I've ever seen in a video game. Yeah, and there's still terms that I am not fully to terms with here, like argument of periapsis when you look at the orbital data. I don't know what that is. I probably should go look it up, but no idea. Biology 1, polysynthesis, vaccines. Whee! It is now my candy dish. Delta, my build is a multi-conda with 2 beams and a Class 2 plasma accelerator. So a lot of multi-cannons, and then where are the beams at? On the small hard points? Oh, Verad, I found a station that was kinda on the way back, and when I got to the station, it got scanned twice, and the research team canceled. Son of a... That's no good. Turlock, still need to go look at Voyager. Need to earn a Federation permit first. Yeah, that helps. Leandra, future-proofing the synergistic realization of our dynamic aspirations with regard to the prospective growth of saying nothing at all. Now we're marketing. My soul feels dirty just saying that. Witcher Elite would literally be bigger than Eve. You know, real-life economy, real money at stake. Oh, that'd be a hell of a deal. I'm not sure if it would help the game much, but you know. Be cool if Elite became the next Entropia universe. Ooh. Now that would be nice. 2 large turreted beams on the upper hardpoints. Yeah, okay, so you got laser Zep going. 2 class 1 turreted multis on the lower. Doable, I suppose. I just hate the lower, you know, the lower hardpoints. I would suggest putting beams on the lower hardpoints because then at least you get, you know, straight up hit scan firing instead of trying to compensate for bullet time. Oh, 13 days lost, Vera. Do you have my sympathies? No mention of fear of scanning in the mission brief. Blech. Ashbest, when were smoke alarms invented? Modern smoke alarms had to have been invented after the advent of Americanium? Americium? However that radioactive element is pronounced. So, boy, modern smoke alarms, I'm gonna say 1960-something. I am not... My smoke alarm history is weak. All I know is that the nuclear Boy Scout... that poor fellow, he needed... I don't know what he needed. I think he needed help, though. That's a definite. He was the one who kept stealing smoke alarms by, you know, by the barrel, by the crate, just so he could harvest the radioactive element in the sensor. Is it before 1963? I don't know, Ash. Delta could discard the plasma accelerator and go 2 small and 2 large beams and the rest multis. That would be... I think that'd be a good one right there. That'd be a decent build. Wiki says 1890s? Okay. Huh. Because I know that modern smoke alarms have a small radioactive element in. I guess 1890s, they knew about... I think they knew about radium at the time. No, radium came later. I was just watching the, what's it called? The Poisoner's Handbook? Interesting TV special. 1951 is where the ionized ones came in. Alright. Alright. An interesting documentary if you don't have the book. I would suggest it for, you know, for the historical... Just all the historical information on all the ways that people were looking for... people were finding to kill themselves just through... you know, either negligence or whatever. 1 corrosive, short range, and the rest incendiary. Yeah, that's not... That's the standard multi-cannon build that I've used, and it's served me well. The huge multi would be incendiary? Actually... no, that's workable, I guess. The huge multi has a slower rate of fire, so that compensates for the lower... In my mind, that compensated for the lower amount of ammo that you get with a corrosive round. But it instantly fires when you pull the trigger. You know, whereas, oh, what was it? You know, Class 3 multis, they fire faster, but they've got a bit of a spin-up time on them. I think it was Mad Biker Wolf that had the, well, be careful with thermal vents on turrets, because if you hit, it's great. If you miss, you're just building extra heat on top of heat. So anybody fires off chaff, and now you've got an overheated laser Zep show. But no, I think it was Mad Biker Wolf who had the monster of a frag cannon build, which was one of the things got me thinking about this thing. But frag cannon, yeah, what was it? Frag cannon conda? Fragaconda? Let me sing you the song of my very, very angry people. Oh, speaking of, yes, I got a Hank right here. Sitting on the footrest by me. I've got a Yuki, sleeping in her bed on Niao's desk. And I've got an Alex. Hello, Alex.
Greetings.
Leandra, my conda's a Fragaconda. It's devastating. Oh yeah, I mean, I have learned the ways of the frag cannon, and they are mighty. So yeah, really neat. I picked up this ED engineering program. Hadn't heard of it, and maybe others haven't. I know some have, but really handy. Doesn't look like it ties into any other programs. Like, you don't need Elite Dangerous Market Connector for it. You don't need, you know, to be logged into EDSM or Inara. You just install it, and it reads your journal files, and it tells you, hey, You've got this list of favorite engineering mods, and you've got these materials, and it actually gives an audible alert when you have the materials gathered for that blueprint. Merwaz reminds me of the blaster builds in EVE, super close-range death machines. Yeah. Yeah, I'm going with the double shot. These things just... Here, special order, 50 tons of hurt to drop on ya. Where do you want it? Built to take on wing assassinations? Yep, so about like mine. Though mine is a little bit more face-hugging, a little bit more, you know, piloting needed, and that's not a bad, I mean, that's not a good or bad thing. I mean, it sounds like your Fragaconda just, you know, you point at somebody, get close, pull the trigger, and they're done. This one, not quite like that, but close. Leandra, did you go with double shot or overcharged? Alright, let's get a proper approach lined up here. Turlock, I've yet to adjust the frag cannons. Need to, though. 4 lasers and 2 large frags seem to kill most things. They really do. Leandra, you're running double shot. Ammo isn't a concern when you're running one mission at a time, like firing 2 shots at once. Once you get to grade 5 on those double shots, then you're basically dropping 6 rounds for the, 6 rounds in rapid succession. So I just turned my 2 Class 3 frags into 12 Class 3 frags. Yo dog, I heard you like buckshot. Is there an orc emote for DACA? There should be. I need one now. Hell, I need one now. Not to mention it doesn't have a distributor penalty. So you can tank all the engineered weapons. Yes. Ha. Yes, let the mad science flow. Well, mad engineering. Mad science is theoretical, mad engineering is applied.
Commencing automated flight control routine. Please observe docking protocols.
Delta could do a frag a condo with short-range high yields. True, you could. Copy, 02. Gear down.
Deploying landing gear.
Celine, sweetie, I brought new toys for you to play with.
Touchdown complete.
Yes, unfortunately there is no Class 3 frag.
Your arrival has been noted.
Or Class 4 frag. Yeah, that'd be... Oh, the firepower. It would be all the buckshot. iMage, looks like a terraforming reactor tower there. It's entirely possible. I think Celine works with, well, it could be a smelter, too. I know Celine works with mining. You know, if the name Prospector's Rest wasn't enough of an indicator. Alright, so I should have grabbed more ruthenium. That's alright. Also need some core dynamics composites. And this one is already heavy duty ready. So I need two things of core dynamics composites. Let's see here, Delta. So you use 4 Class 3s. What do you use on medium and small? For frags? Let's see here, for the frags on the Class 3s, I would suggest at least 1 dazzle shell. Medium and small, I don't know. Got me. Let's see. I think we're set. I need 2 more ruthenium to get another deep plating mod in here. Ancient Nightwolf. Unlocked Felicity yesterday. Upgraded my jump range once. Yeah, but it's still a hell of a jump range boost, isn't it? I need 2 ruthenium, so let's load up and see what we need here. I need a material trader. Raw materials, that's Lem Dock. That's in, the Chak system. Galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
Ah. The sea. Well, Incendiary has drawbacks, which I've found. After, you know, a lot of experimentation with the Dakakonda and the Fertile Ants. Incendiary eats up your power distributor like a laser. It also builds heat like a laser. Gear up.
Landing gear up.
Restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
And I mean, once you get through the shields, once you get to the hull, the incendiary effect isn't adding anything. I thought that they'd kept the special effect where... what do I want to say? Where incendiary multi-cannons still did kinetic damage, but no, they nerfed that out ages ago, and I never saw the note on it. I missed it. Suppose we should be grateful they didn't add power play to the engineers, having engineers warring against each other. So you're suggesting Space Girl Genius, with Sparks going to war against each other. I'm down with that. Oh, I'd like that. Delta Fire Dragon, what would be a better experimental effect? Autoloaders? I mean, if you want to know my frag build, I'm running double shot on all my frags. One of them is Dazzle Shell, one of them is Corrosive, one of them is Drag, and one of them is Screening. The Screening Shell gives you a faster, like a 50%... Oh, for multis. I don't know. Never worked with multi-cannons before, to be honest. Or, never worked with autoloaders in multi-cannons. I've worked with multi-cannons like crazy. I just worked with Overcharge and a lot of Incendiary and a lot of Corrosive. And then I realized... why worry about multi-cannons when you just sneeze at something and the hull disappears? I wouldn't go overcharge on a multi-cannon unless you went grade 5, because otherwise there's too much jitter and, you know, it's bad enough having stuff... It's hard enough trying to get stuff to go where you aim it without it self-dispersing. Neurality, what are we up to today? Well, we are adding in a little bit more toughness to the hull because, hey, why not? ISO TR, does it work? Does it work that Elite Track? Yeah, Elite Track does work. At least it should. Maybe I need to update it. Not sure. But yeah, if you click on the side, you should be able to see any exploration data on stuff I've, on stuff I've scanned. At least it shouldn't be throwing up error codes anymore. Sounds like a good time, already making work more enjoyable. Excellent! Glad to hear it. Comms and body scan is null. Well, I haven't done any body scans yet, so that'd probably be why. Let's see what happens when I check on comms here. Oh, hey, noob hammers! Haven't seen those in a while.
Lakon, Kilo Yankee Lima, please regulate your speed while on approach, Commander, and fly safe.
Lakon, Kilo Yankee Lima, request docking clearance.
Contacting docking control.
Request approved. Head directly to docking bay 05.
There may be a delay, but no, the thing is, ISO, that I just haven't gotten any comms chatter here yet. Gear down?
Gear down.
A little bit of a bonk. That's alright. So yeah, ISO, let's, I'll fly to another system and see if I can't get a scan off of something. Oh, docking request counts as comms chatter, it showed up? Alright. Let's see here. 2 contacts. I need 2 more ruthenium.
Favorite blueprint ready. Hull reinforcement package deep plating, G.
Yeah, I'm in the chalk system. Aaron Burton, need to train my voice recognition more. Eden just can't understand me half the time. However, it's taking her so long to respond to my orders, I'm thinking something else might be wrong. Check your settings in voice attack, because it may be... Yeah, there may be something in there. It's waiting for more orders, or it's trying to process something. Is voice attack worth getting? I've been thinking about it, not sure if I want to get it. Yes, it is. I can say it has been a godsend to me. Okay, what else do I need here? I need to find out where a... Let's see. You know, just for fun, need to find a manufactured trader. That's in LP 375-25. Galaxy map. Galaxy map.
Displaying map.
Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
LP 375-25. Right there. Alright. What are they? Those are, if I remember right... Oh, no, 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 no. We aren't going here. Hell no. LH2764A. Let's try that one. 500,000 light seconds, no. Those things are high-gravity manufacturing wings. Let me, once we exit the station, I can, do a quick fly around on it. Let's see here. LHS 276A. Alright. Hey, 500 light seconds. That's 1,000 times closer. Let's go with that. Gear up.
Retracting landing gear.
Deactivated. Your way is clear to depart.
Alright, so spinning around here. The further out you go from the station, the higher gravity is. So like inside the dock, it's at 1/10 G. So out here at the ends of the arms, they're spinning much... Well, the gravity is much higher, centrifugal force. Or is it centripetal? Either way, it's that rotational force thing. It's acting like a two-armed gravitational centrifuge. So the gravity there out at the ends of the arms is something like 2 or 3 G, so you can use it for high G manufacturing materials.
Scan detected.
Wait a minute. Oh. I thought that was a pirate. No, it's a pirate with a letter of marque that makes him a privateer. IMH, 10th of a G at dock, half G at the outer towers on the surface, so yeah, 3 to 4 Gs on the long arms. Excellent, alright. I'm batting 1,000 when it comes to estimation today. Yeah, it's not gravitational stabilization, Turlock, since there's a lot of Coriolis stations that don't have those arms. Now, some of the fancier ones I've seen have 4 arms on them. So what do we need here? We need 2 core dynamics composites. Are we gonna find them? Hell if I know. Let's find out. Lumpkin, I see this guy a lot. Always in a T9 heavy. How long before FDev plays Whack-A-Mole with the oversized effect? No idea. Guess that explains why the fancy stations have that big ring with habitation closer to 1G. Yeah, but... yeah. Yeah, if you can get close to... I think it's... excuse me, somewhere between 1G and 0.75 or something. Yeah, it's... Because somewhere in between, the low gravity where you lose bone and the high gravity where it, you age, it's harder on the aging or whatever reason they use. There's some kind of golden zone. Let's see here. Risen Aegis. Do you have your HUD numbers somewhere? I really like that coloring. Give me a second on that one, actually. Let me get docked and let me try to hunt these numbers down. Because I think I do.
Lakon Kilo Yankee Lima. This station is under Alliance control. Please comply with SARCOM flight regulations.
Lakon Kilo Yankee Lima, request docking clearance.
Contacting Starport Control.
Permission authorized. Make your way to landing pad 4-5.
Copy 4-5. Gear down.
The gear is down and locked.
Okay, let me go dig up the settings here.
Landing successful. Engaging pad restraints. Glad you arrived.
ED Profiler's been a little bit of a pain in the butt lately, and I don't know why. But it just doesn't want to do that proper... Here, copy values and matrix tags. Yeah, the matrix blue tag is just not working in ED Profiler. But I believe it's that. I really hope so, anyway. Oh, what do I need here? Core Dynamics Composites. Probably expensive as hell. Yep.
Favorite blueprint ready. Favorite blueprint ready. Hull reinforcement package heavy duty hull reinforcement, G5. Armor heavy duty, G5.
Risen Aegis, thank you, that's perfect. Glad to help. Glad, hopefully that works. And thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the Moo Crew. Pull up a seat. We're a friendly bunch, mostly. Watch out for Sora, he gets a little mean with that Type 10. You know, other than that. The stations and, IMAGE, the stations and outposts would be leaving trail of haze and other sort of escape materials. Visually interesting. Oh, yeah, that'd be neat. Okay, so now we've got that. Let's head back to Selene again. Alright, now I think we've got the last bits we need for grade 5 armor. And that deep plating. So this tough little ship is about to get that much tougher. Gear up.
Landing gear raised.
Complete. You are clear to depart.
So frustrated, I spent most of the evening yesterday, after I got my day wrapped up, my work. Got everything sorted out, spent the evening just building and modifying a brand new low-output power plant to make the stealthiest possible version of either this ship or a federal gunship. And then
Perimeter. Safe journey, Commander.
I realized I'd been doing this all in my Python, and I'd just made a Class 7 power plant with all those mods, not the Class 6 that everything else runs on. Well, on the plus side, I now have the stealthiest Python you ever did see. Python is best ship. I was just curious whether I could make a stealth build on this, on the Chieftain. And instead I built a stealth Python. Not exactly the worst thing in the world, certainly a decent consolation prize. Why can't we engineer the hull? Stealth hulls would be nice. Well, mostly because... excuse me. Time to get more hydration! Go for jump.
Preparing for jump.
Because most stealth in Elite is based on... You know, it's not built on hull composites. It's built on, heat dissipation.
Frameshift now engaged. No anomalies detected. Hull integrity is within limits. All other systems are at normal levels.
Kobo, yes, it's the Outrunner
Gathering
2.
information, cartography updated.
The official wizard, hello there. Vera, dang it, 720 only can't do video on mobile. I'm sorry. It's not up to me whether I get transcoding or not until I get partnership. I'm just a lowly affiliate. Delta, yeah, that's what I did. Clean drives, low emission power plant, grade 5, thermal screening. This thing could hide behind itself if you really needed it to. IMAGE, waiting for the engineer that would specialize in sensor-shielded cargo bays. Yes, you and me both. That'd be a whole lot of fun. Okay, speaking of... Alright, I can build one. I need to find a tech broker. Near me. And it looks like we got one. Alright. Vox, when engineering a stealth ship, you have to remember not to make it colder than the background radiation of the universe. Look, buddy, I'm good, but I ain't that good. I am not going to make a universal heat sink. Alicors, what do we have here? Well, we got somebody partaking in mad engineering. 07 as well. No, we're just playing around with some ideas. Gonna go and finish off the armor building here at Prospector's Rest. Actually, let's find out what's available here. Encoded? Encoded! Always worth it to stop and have a look. Vox, that was a real problem with U.S. Navy subs. They are quieter than the rest of the ocean. Yeah, but it's harder to program a torpedo's sonar system to listen for quiet. I mean, it's not impossible, but it's tougher. Disengage supercruise.
Awaiting orders.
Deploy scoop.
Deploying the cargo scoop.
Well, you know, when I said it was always worth it, I may have been wrong. Delta Fire Dragon, to be colder than the verse, you have to be colder than absolute zero? No, you only have to be colder than, like, 1 Kelvin. The universe isn't absolute zero.
Cargo scoop retracted. Incoming message.
Atypical disrupted wake echoes, exceptional scrambled emission data. Well, maybe not so bad after all. Let's go, let's continue on our little journey here. Alicors, did you reply? I did reply, I'm just not sure what I replied to. Yeah, I was just saying hello. You know, 07, what do we have here? Interwebs is being stupid? Yes, that is the nature of the thing, isn't it? iMage. In the Long Knife series of books, they identify ships by ship reactor signatures. Big ships' reactors are hard to make, and most are old enough to have a record on file. Yeah, sounds about right. Leandra, what hull do you have? Military grade or reactive? I have reactive. And iMage, that's similar to, similar, not exact, to, real-world stuff, obviously, where they track the machinery noise of submarines. And also, they were mentioning that in some of the later Star Trek novels, the post-Borg invasion stuff, where they were tracking Romulan ships by the signature of their singularity reactors. And also, I know that they had a silhouette signature recognition, very sophisticated, in the Crossbone Gundam series. And it actually got so... The older mobile suits were so obsolete, nobody had them on record. Well, in the time in between the 1-year war and the time of Crossbone, mobile suits had shrunk from 18 meters tall to about 15 meters tall. More compact, better components, better construction, etc. So when somebody hauls an old Zaku out of mothballs and uses that in a war zone, all of the targeting computers are going nuts because they think they're aiming at a 15 or an 18 meter tall machine, or they're thinking they're aiming at a 15 meter machine, and it's actually an 18 meter machine, and it's screwing up all their calculations based on optical silhouette data. I'll get my story right at some point here. You know, I've still got a Crossbone X1 I need to build. It's the master grade. The full, Skull Heart version. Alicor's figured out why my interwebs is being stupid. NVIDIA driver update. That would do it. I gotta say, though, I really do like the post-TNG novels in Star Trek. I mean, I've discussed how much I like the Borg invasion and the fallout from that. And how the Federation has been brought down to, well, the Federation is now brought down to normal, for lack of a better term. Let's see here. Stand by my mental image. A size 8 power plant is a nuclear plant, complete with housing for 80 employees in a nice neighborhood. And a size 2 is a camping generator. Actually, the Elite RPG mentions that the power plant, a 6 megawatt power plant in a Sidewinder, is fully capable of powering 6,000 homes for a year. It's not a camping generator. It is a full-on major power plant. With a Class 8, you could probably power a continent. Maybe not a big one, but, you know, a continent. Yeah, 6,000 homes on an Earth-normal planet. Or 6,000 survival shelters on an airless world. Complete with force field atmospheric containment. Yeah, 36 megawatts is a lot of power. And people are just buying those up and down willy-nilly. You probably don't want an overcharged power plant on a planetary surface. Maybe armored. Lakon Kilo Yankee Lima, request docking clearance.
Sending docking
Lakon
request.
Kilo Yankee Lima, commencing automated flight control routine. Please observe docking protocols.
Let's see here. A credit is $50 American.
Proceed to landing pad 04.
The RPG also mentioned that. 1 credit is 50 US dollars. Gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
So an Anaconda actually costs somewhere in between a Ford-class and a Nimitz-class aircraft carrier. An Anaconda is stock, I think, somewhere around $5 billion?
Your arrival has been noted.
Tygon Star, is that official? Yes. That is in the official Elite Dangerous RPG. Marino, could you give a demonstration of how to land a big, poorly handling ship on a high-gravity planet sometime? Yeah, what kind of big, poorly handling ship are you talking about? You can buy the PDF. It's from Spidermind Games. I have the PDF of it, but, you know, I'm not gonna... It's still in publication, and it's recent, so I'm not gonna go handing it out or anything. Okay, armor. Do I have my armor? Armor is heavy duty. Okay, that's grade 5. Let's get the hull reinforcement up. Well, we're up to grade 5. Alright, and we're on deep plating here. And this is heavy duty. Generate modification. And deep plating. Alright, this thing is... let's see here. Tygon Star, could you please, like, paste the paragraph or sentence here where it says that? It's... I mean... You know, it's basically just... No, I don't have the PDF up in front of me. But no, it basically just says 1 credit is $50 American in today's money. Gotta go, Mr. Moo. Should be back before the end. Alright. Let's see here. Yeah, Marino, anything from a Python on upwards. Yeah, I could do that. In fact, I've got the armor all set up on this thing, so we're heading home now. And what do you mean by high G? Whoa, 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 we've... Oh, there's a mission in Theditic. Right, I gotta hand that in yet. Thought there was a CG going too. Yeah, how much high G are you talking here? $183 light years, turn that in. How far we got? 9 jumps, not bad. It's my new jump range with all this armor. 25 light years. I will take 25 light years and I will be happy. Let's see here, Merino Twine, 2G or higher? Oh, yeah, we can do that in Narvert 5. Perfect. Gear up.
Gear coming up.
Ship restraints disengaged. Commence departure.
Oh, also, Marino, I do have a guide online if you just... So, did you say land at a base or just land on the surface? Because I do have a guide online for landing on the surface of very high G worlds, like 7G. Well, 6G and change. At a base. Okay, I can do that. Yeah, let me get this mission turned in. What do we got here? Assassinate the Pirate Lord. A lot of money. But yeah, that's only for landing on the surface, not at bases. Let me see what we'll get back home and I will... Yeah, I'll throw something together to land. Oh, I've got a Type 9. That would work. The interstellar credit, the universal currency, regulated by the Bank of Zeons. However, it's a rather big unit of currency. The approximate value of even a single credit is about $50 in 21st century money. You don't buy candy bars, meals at fast food restaurants, or underwear with credits, unless it's very nice underwear. And yeah, the old Quirium jump drives, they could go to, what, the Magellanic Clouds? Maybe Triangulum? HS, you know what time it is? It's HS comes and says hi time! Well, hello there. Ashbass gonna head off, gonna be watching a show. 07, have a good evening. Or have a good day. Have a good one. Microcredits are just what? One 1/1000th of a credit? So something like... a 1/100th, something like that? So it's like 50 cents. It's either 1/100th at 50 cents or 1/1000th at 5 cents. Ah, 50 cents, alright. Yeah, the child economy, like... like kids get an allowance of 5 units or something. You know, feed the dog. Feed the dog and you get 5 units. Neurality, what is the meaning behind 07? It looks like a person saluting. Yeah, it looks like a person saluting, where the O is their head, and yeah. Yeah, it makes sense when you point it out. Basically, every commander ever is living the high life as a millionaire. Well, it makes sense. I mean, how many commanders are there out in space versus how many people are there on the ground that only ever get to look up in the sky and see ships? I mean, even the most harmless commander, harmless, aimless, penniless, they have access to something that can catapult them across the sky to the next star over in the blink of an eye. And they can trade up and down with materials that cost, you know, tens of thousands to millions of dollars. But for every one commander up in the air, yeah, maybe 1 million to 1, more, 10 million to 1. Even the most, you know, destitute commander with a ship is sitting with access to, you know, means or even sell off the ship that most regular citizens in any of the powers from, you know, Earth all the way out to Sothis, they have zero access to. From the politicians on Earth to the You know, the bio-waste miners of Sothis. HS, if one credit's $50, and a ton of beer costs 240 credits, that means one pint costs $5.6. Ah, they're using airport pricing, I see. iMage, what's more, you're an independent commander. Almost all NPC pilots are part of a trade corporation. They don't own their ships. Yeah, they're fleet truckers. So a stock Sidewinder is around $160,000 in modern money. But given access, you know, how freely available fusion plants are, how much, you know, the technology is there. The technology is, oh, 1.6 million. Okay. A little bit different, so we're talking a Veyron here. A used one.
Boost activated.
Yeah, better be a good dark beer. Galaxy map.
Stellar cartography.
Let's see if we can't accelerate the process here a little bit. Well, it kind of accelerates it. Takes us to Narvert. Leandra, Sidewinder Veyron, there's an image. Well, to be fair, a Sidewinder can get between planets a little bit faster than a Veyron could. So the Pilots Federation gives you a $1.6 million ship loaned out every time you take a... Yeah. But think about how much money the Pilots Federation makes. Still cheaper than NASA? Well, NASA doesn't have access to the kind of technology we do. Let's be, you know, let's be fair. There's what it's what, the 34th century here. So there's 13 centuries to catch up on. Did you read the forum thread about player-owned bot ships being used to mess up power play? Lovely. Turlock, we still don't know how much the Pilots Federation actually gets. We don't, except that everybody relies on them, so they're kind of like... Well, if you want to think Battletech terms, they're like Comstar. Everybody relies on the Pilots Federation's markets. The Pilots Federation actually does all the reporting on the financial markets. Everybody uses their data. Oh yeah, this times 50 thing really puts a lot into perspective, I agree. Merwaz, times 50 what? 1 credit equals $50. Yeah, so if you've got a 500,000 credit bounty on your head, yeah. And yeah, Merwaz, this is official. This is in the Elite Dangerous RPG core book. There's also some very interesting firearms in there. You know, like I said, there's basically a shotgun in there that's, I think if I remember right, it's got like mag accelerated gyrojet rounds, so it's basically, it's near as makes no difference, a frag cannon that you can carry around like a shotgun. I prefer to think of it as 35 British pounds. Yeah, but 2 times 35, or, 7 times 35 is a little bit harder for me to calculate in my head than 7 times 50. So there. Alright, let's get parked here and turn in this bounty. And then we'll head back to Narvert. We'll head back to Narvert and do a quick planetary landing there. Gear down.
Lowering landing gear.
Well, overcooked the approach a little bit, but I didn't smack into any station superstructure, so we're good. Well, Leandra, they said that the credit isn't used for normal, everyday use on planets. Credits are basically the minimum amount of currency that the star pilots use. iMage, yes, I am caught up on Girl Genius. Tygon Star, it's kind of unclear whether credits are a fiat currency or backed by something or like Bitcoin. Probably... Oh. You know. Alright. Get this paid out. Yeah, millicreds are used for day-to-day use. Oh. Tempting, but... Well, actually, you're in the Narvert system, aren't you? Alright, a little bit of a detour here. Wing assassination in Narvert. We're going there anyway. iMage, what do you think of Queen Albia? Haha, I'm impressed. A little frightened, but impressed. Gear up.
Landing gear raised.
Initiate jump sequence.
Hyperspace jump engaging.
Cancel jump.
Cancelled.
Ah, because there's a station in the way. You know, it's funny, I can't jump through an outpost, but I can jump through... Oh wait, I had the station targeted. Silly me. Bet that works better. Hit it. Yeah, silly me. Silly moo. But I didn't go crashing into it, so, you know, progress. How about some flight assist off during this flight? I had some. It, just didn't serve me properly. Anyway, let's see. Let's get the nav beacon targeted. May as well put this deep plating and heavy-duty armor to the test. See what we can get out of it. Macrogalactic economics is mildly mentally painful. It's true. Now, it could be, actually, thinking about, you know, earlier what was said, it could be that the credit is like the C bill, the Comstar bill in Battletech, where the price of, you know, the value of the credit, the value of a C bill, is tied into the cost of sending a packet of data. I believe a C bill is what it costs to send 1 kilobyte of data, 30 light years. Anyway, we have a target. Well, how about that? Our target's sitting out here by Narvert 5. Well, ain't that a coinky-dink? Let's go say hello. Vox. Well, let's see here. Concerning commanders being middle class, you'd start out as middle class, sort of like a guy who owns a semi-truck. You know, speaking from experience, a guy who owns a semi-truck may not exactly be middle class. Well, okay, he might, but it's going to be an old clapped-out truck. Let's see here. Insanely wealthy people worth trillions of credits or more. Yes, that would be like Zemna Torval. Yzma, who owns a fleet of mining ships. In fact, I believe she owns a fleet of Majestic-class ships, too. She's basically the majority shareholder in the Imperial Navy. I would point out Li Yong-ri before Torval. Yes, but he's richer than God. She's just filthy, stinking rich. Alright, Narvert 5. So in case of trouble, I'm right here by home to, you know, get that canopy fixed. Let's prep the guns properly. Reed just sneezes capital ships. Meanwhile, I just sneeze at capital ships. Not too impressive to have Majestic class anymore. Most engineered ships can tank their focus fire and make them flee. Well, true, but it's kind of like the difference between... You know, you can have a palace, or you can have a bunker. And they've got a palace. According to the wiki, there are only 7 megacorps in-game. Not sure that's right. No, they're serious. I mean, what defined megacorp? It's entirely possible that those megacorps are so mega that, you know, they're owning the smaller quote-unquote megacorps as shell companies. How much is your chieftain in real life worth? That's a very good question. There we are. That's a very good question. Hopefully we don't find the rebuy on this to find out. Set 1-3.
Power diverted to shields.
Here we go. Eat 'em up.
What are your orders? Weapons free.
Hey, Vince Chan. Oh, Vince Chan, you're so amazing! And don't smell at all like feet. Set to 1.
Power to engines.
Safety's on.
Under attack.
Go for jump.
Preparing for jump.
Well,
Faster
that
than
was,
light velocity reached.
terrifying.
Engaging exit protocols.
Kobo, I don't feel like I need a cigarette anymore when you do those. Yeah, now for my next trick. You look at the rebuy cost and add 3 zeros and you have the approximate value. Let's see the rebuy here. 4.5 million. So, what? 4.5 billion? That's how much this ship costs? We didn't get to see the hull reinforcements. I know. I lied to you, chat. I'm sorry. Yeah, I melted that Corvette down, and that was against a wing of Engineered. Did anybody catch that? Was he deadly rated? See how much I lost on ammunition there, too. Disengage Supercruise on my mark.
Okay.
Mark.
Supercruise drive disengaging.
Find me a parking spot.
Entry guidance computations complete. Vectors for descent.
Access granted. Cleared for landing on docking bay 2.
Gear down.
Deploying landing modules.
Vazi, have you had to scan the nav beacons for these? Yeah, I did. I did a bunch of assassination missions today and the ADS seemed to work. Oh, okay, that's good. I haven't gone back and tried to use that yet. If the Discovery scanner's back to good, then yeah, that makes me happy. So that cost me a grand total of 4,400 credits in ammo. Okay, and for those who want to see a big ship landing, fighter hangar, what do I got here for 7E thrusters? Yeah, this thing will be a cast iron pain in the ass to land. Did we talk about rapid fire frags with screening the other day? I think we did. I just use double shot screening frags. Okay, so I'm about to land a very unmaneuverable ship because I'm only running the E-class thrusters on this thing. On a 2G planet. Lights on?
Lights on.
Boost out exit. Yeah, right. I'll take half the mail slot with me if I do that. You're up.
Retracting landing modules.
Detach complete. Watch for oncoming traffic when passing through the airlock.
Spoiler alert. How well does that ship work for Thargoid hunting? You know, I haven't actually tried Thargoid hunting in it. Well, no wait, I tell a lie. I did do it early on. It's very, very strong. The shields aren't anything to write home about. But the hull is, it's a mighty, mighty glacier. Set 2-1.
Diverting power to requested system.
So I think this thing counts as heavy enough and slow enough that, yeah, we can do a proper high-G landing here. At a base, as promised. Pretty much standard planetary approach setup. Where you want it to look like it's in the upper hemisphere when you come around. So about like so. You want to hit the gravity interface at under 200 kilometers per second. And you don't want your throttle in the yellow zone, or you want to baby it. You want it just beneath the usual approach zone. Okay, orbital cruise. You want to hit that at under 200 kilometers per second. I did pretty good there on the approach. By the time you hit drop, you want to be in the single-digit kilometers per second. Glide finished directly above the base. Ah, okay, got you. Several pads were lit up. Let's see what we can do about that. So yeah, right here we got about a 42-degree down angle on the nose, so, you know, steep, but it's not coming in directly overhead. And let me know if you start running into any kind of stuttering on the stream. I just tried something out in the background. Request docking.
Seeking permissions.
Oh, there's the one. And I see what you mean. Okay. So I just buzzed the tower in a T-10. Okay, so that's how you don't do it. Cancel docking.
Cancelled.
Because buzzing the tower in a T-10 is very, very inadvised. Suicide burn in a T-10, yeah, that didn't quite go as I hoped. Let's try that again properly. Only one way to properly land a T-10, 4 pips to shields and ram it. You! I like you. I like the you think. Yeah, vertical thrusters with the ship level wasn't enough to keep me in the air. Never is. Let's do a 45-degree climb out here. Let's try that again. Super confused how Alex was requesting docking without jerking your vision around. Is that an option for Track IR? It's an option for anything. I mean, you could use it with the, you know, just head look option on your joystick if you got that mapped out. But, yeah, let me see here. What command was that? Options. Controls. Turlock, gotta run off. Good luck. Take care. Take care. Interface mode? Head look mode. Mode switches. Enable UI camera lock on. I have mine set to off right now. If I turned that back on, it would snap to attention. You don't buzz the tower in a T-10, you cause a seismic event. True. True. Okay, let's get swung back around. Let's try that again. Because I think proper approach in a T-10, or in any big ship in a high G area, it's going to be a little bit different than my standard approach. To be honest, I don't do very many high G approaches, so this is a learning experience for everybody. And with a T-10, it's a learning experience you can actually walk away from. Welcome to the Launchpad McQuack School of Landing. Okay, same thing, roughly the same approach. I thought I did throttle down. Gravity was just being a pain in my butt. Alright, take 2. So actually, I'm going to point my nose a little bit further I'm going to lead the station a little bit. So we're going into glide, and we're gonna arrive a little bit so the station is ahead of us when we level out. Here we go, we're still 7.5 clicks out, so we can immediately request docking permission. Copy 1-1. Nice thing about a T-10, you can look down. So your compass on the upper left of your sensors will always point to the proper landing pad. Just rename it the Crater Creator and be done with it. I like that. So yeah, there's a bunch of other pads lit up, but the compass is always pointing to this one. I just wouldn't suggest a smuggling approach. I wouldn't suggest smuggling in a T-10 on high G. Gear down.
Down and locked.
And we're gonna plant this really hard. Alright, we're here. Get out. And that's about the best I'm gonna get.
Landing complete. Thrusters online. Deploying ground services. This facility is on high alert, Commander. Security level alert is in effect.
Yep, we're here. Yeah, those retros just couldn't hold it up. It's too much gravity and too much ship. And Lakon is historically not very good with retro thrusters. I know one good Lakon ship with good Lakons. Good retros. Gear up.
Gear up.
Expedite climb. In a T-10. No, this thing doesn't expedite climb. This thing expedites descent. And excavation. I can almost get it over 200 meters. Come on, you can do it. No, you can't. Nope. HS had some IRL stuff to do back now. Welcome back. Right, now let's get out of this and back into something more comfortable. Where's my space station at? Now, at least we made it over 200 meters per second now. Of course, it took the Super Cruise drive to do it, but... well, it's a Type 10. So if I did multi-crew in my Conda, it'd be with fighters and not the mothership. Alright, makes sense. Potsy Dog, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Pull up a seat. Bad landings and crazy chieftains, a specialty. Let's see, you got large AX multis on that ship? If so, could you fire them a bit? Sure, we could do that. And look at them from the outside. I don't have external camera set up. I never set that up on the new sticks. Master arm on.
Weapons online.
Weapons?
Diverting power to weapons.
So these are the flak guns. You hold down the trigger, and then when you release, they detonate. Now, for some reason... Oh, that's just silly. Yeah, you can get fireworks. They actually also do decent against skimmers. They do very well against skimmers, actually. Let's see if I can get an external view here. External camera?
Change camera.
Oh, come on, Alex. Don't be like that. Hold position. Hold position. Do not drop down out of orbit. That will make me very, very unhappy with you.
Mothership holding position.
Delancey, good evening! Don't mind me, just testing out, or showing off some exterior views on the Type 10. Let's see here, that's ventral, here's dorsal. You can tell by the spoiler. Stop moving around! Come on. Oh, it's not helping. I'm still in the gravity well. That's what's going on. Request docking. Recall the fighter. Right, I don't have that set up either.
Crew, return at once. Door opening.
Fighter retrieval sequence initiated.
Yeah, hold position will always avoid me. It's unfortunate. I need the external cameras, but I don't have those set up. Never tried the fighter, seems cool. Oh, the fighters are fun. Where are you going? Engines.
Power to engines.
Okay, so now, yeah, I should have really waited until I was in open space instead of high over the surface. The ship is actually having trouble holding position. And I am too. It's hard to hold an alignment with this gravity well here. But we will make do. More like dough. Come on. Come on. Close enough. Right. Everybody remind me not to do that again in a high gravity well. Master arm off.
Retracting weapons.
Set 2-1.
Transferring power to engines.
Yeah, I'm actually overheating just charging for super cruise in this gravity well. Right, let us never do that again. It is a silly thing. An engineered combat conda can handle high G worlds better, to a certain degree. And yeah, I mean, I'm running the 7E thrusters in this thing. If I'd actually got some, if I'd used my tuned thrusters that I had on my Anaconda, that would have been a little bit easier. A little bit.
Lincoln, Kilo Yankee, Lima. Welcome to this independent station, Commander. Please fly safely during arrival and departure.
Lakon, Kilo, Yankee Lima, request docking clearance.
Contacting Starport Control.
Request approved. Cleared for landing on docking bay 2-4.
Copy 2-4. Let's see if I can get in without, without smacking the door this time on my spoiler. And yeah, Class E is junk. But somebody was, Marino Twine was asking if I could do a landing in an unmaneuverable ship on a high-G world, and I figured, what's more unmaneuverable than an armored-up Type 10 with E-class thrusters?
2,000 meters from touchdown.
And I was right. Gear down.
Please fly safely, Commander.
Down and locked.
Please alight at your assigned path. And thanks for choosing this facility.
Oh, thank Jeebus we're out of that thing.
Touchdown confirmed. Commence system shutdown.
I didn't kill the adder, so it doesn't count. Right, let's get back into something a little bit more agile, mobile, lethal.
Unlawful behavior in or around the starport is not permitted.
Is that even a word? Well, it is now. Pretty sure you hit some debris on the way in. No, it was still in an adder type configuration. It wasn't debris. Lights on.
Lights on.
Right, let's go turn this in. And then go find some more.
We would like to remind all commanders to avoid blocking access to docking pads during arrival and departure.
Gear up.
Retracting landing
Landing
gear.
coupler disengaged. Departure authorized.
Initiate jump sequence on my mark.
Okay.
Alright, hit it.
Hyperspace jump engaging.
You are clear of the station. Have a safe trip, Commander.
Oh, this thing flies so much nicer. Then again, the Mauler hauler would too. I'm not going to use that thing anytime soon.
Exploration data saved.
So when last we flew this chieftain, we'd just soloed another wing assassination mission, and I hadn't even lost my shields. Yeah, Combat Conda is a lightweight compared to a T-10. Whatever magic anti-gravity metal they made the Anaconda out of. Let's see here. I think we need to do more work in Sanguojin. So, I'm gonna get this mission turned in, and then we will... Well, we'll see what we got for missions here, and then we'll head over towards Sanguojin. Anaconda and Python are made from Tardisium. Yeah, same stuff they make a TARDIS out of. The same stuff they made Astro Train out of. And again, if anybody has any idea for some helicopter mode transformers that weren't guano-psychotic, let me know. Springer and Sandstorm kind of count, but they were triple changers, so they weren't fully helicopters. But no, anybody else with a helicopter-based alt mode is absolutely loony. Just jumping topics there, random, you know, throwing stuff out. Lakon Kilo Yankee Lima, request docking clearance.
Requesting docking clearance.
Gear down.
Gear down.
Come on, mission board. There you go. Well, grade 5, yeah, I'll take grade 5. Imagine a Conda with 8A thrusters. Basically, 7As engineered to hell and gone with the, with drag drives on them. Type 10 is made from the finest Scottish granite mixed in with lashings of uranium. Okay, Becky Griffiths. Alright. Hi, Becky. And then Blart Tiukkafubar. Blart. Paul Blart. How are we doing in this system? Much as I want to go after that, though, we're in a boom state. Still doing pretty well here for control. Delancey, could you tell us your opinion about combat capability comparison between Alliance Chieftain versus Fer-de-Lance? An Alliance Chieftain, I think, if properly flown, will take a Fer-de-Lance apart. If you have equal ships and equal pilots, I think that the it's going to be the Chieftain. Yes, the Fer-de-Lance has 4 Class 2s and a Class 4. However, the Chieftain just outmaneuvers it. Especially in this weapons configuration. Alright, let's hit Sanguojin. The pitch rate I've found to be superior in the Chieftain. It's got better maneuverability. Gear up.
Gear coming up.
Better maneuverability, better thruster response, equal top speed. If you were to take this Chieftain and my Fer-de-Lance engineered to the same degree, and I've engineered my Fer-de-Lance to the same degree, I think this Chieftain would disassemble it. Yeah, Delta, but it's not all a question of the guns. It's not a question of gun size. I mean, if it were just a question of the size of the guns, then on paper, I should have been pulverized by those, you know, Condas, Cutters, Corvettes, you know, the big 3 Cs.
Piracy is rife here.
Let's see here. Bailey Base? Darbo Plant. That's 7 grand. Alright, let's just go to Bailey.
Increasing sensors to maximum range.
Delta, I don't believe they are a factor. Because this thing has the maneuverability, it just gets out of the way. You could have the greatest guns in the world and they aren't going to do jack nor shit if you can't actually get a bead on the target. This thing dances. It is a lethal dancing ballerina with a, you know, with a sledgehammer. I was saying this on Athedor's channel, that the Fer-de-Lance feels like a gunfighter or a sniper. You know, it kind of stays out at range. At least that was, you know, it stays out at range and blasts away. The Alliance Chieftain? It's a brawler. It busts down the door, jumps into the room, smashes a table over somebody's head, and it's gone. Chief Sneezing Bull, yeah. Now, I've said that before about, you know, Alpha-class submarines versus other submarines, but the same principle applies here. This thing will just... Well, let's see if we can't get a, an assassination mission going here. Neil Smith, the Execution. Alliance of Sanguojin. You know? Nah. Yeah, that's the thing about Elite. It's about making a ship work for you, not working for a ship. Now, I had what I thought was a pretty good Fer-de-Lance build, but this thing just quite literally blows it out of the sky. And let's get landed here and see if we can't find an assassination mission. What do you call a beam conda engineered out the wazoo and it has 2 small corrosive multi-cannons? Not sure. I mean, if it works for you, then, you know, go right ahead. I've never had much luck with turrets. Now that could be down to me, that could be lack of patience. If you can make turrets work for you, then, you know, go for it. I seem to have found I thought I'd found my calling with overcharged multi-cannons, but no. Double shot frags. That is where my heart truly belongs. Find me a parking spot.
Sending docking request.
Alex. Ah. Alright, who's sitting on top of my parking spot? It's a keelback. You're down?
Down and locked.
No turrets, gimbaled with only turreted small multis? Well, I've used it before and it works well. HS, what do you run on your plasma accelerator? I am running grade 5 efficient and target lock breaker. This thing is designed, I mean, I hope. I don't have much use for PvP. But if I have to get into it, I hope that this build would be enough to make the other guy put his fist through his monitor. I mean, I can only offer so much advice on personal experience. I mean, you know, over-engineered thrusters, it's a Conda. It's gonna turn like a Conda with over-engineered thrusters. Distributor, do what feels good to you. I mean, do you want more engine power for faster boosts? Go with that. Do you want, you know, do you want just massive charge acceleration to, you know, go with that? I mean, there is no Ropper build anymore. There's just the build that works best with your style. So let's see what we got here. Now, I'm not saying that to dismiss you. I'm just saying that, you know, if you start going by what everybody else says you should be doing for a build, you're going to run into you're actually going to run into a lot of trouble. That is a lot of wing-based assassination missions. I like it. Okay, modified embedded firmware? Yes, please. Still pays off $1 million. I'll take it. Gotta go, shift. Alright, take care. Have a good day. I don't know that I'm gonna be able to have enough, he says. Family of Adensu, 2135, 20. We got time. We got time. Alright. Sure, why not? Let's just take dual wing assassination missions solo. Let's see what happens there. I'm sure nothing bad can happen. Gear up.
Landing gear up.
And we're just gonna switch over to combat mode for Elite Track. Alright, Elite Track is now in combat mode. Off for tonight, probably see you on Friday. Sounds good, HS. Have a good day. Have a good evening. Stupid round planet, stupid time zones. Have a good one. Vox, the same philosophy applies to 4x4 off-roading and rock crawling. $100,000 plus rigs all over Moab driven by people who can't drive them, but my old Suzuki Samurai could show them all up. Yeah. And a lot of people would look at a Samurai and go, well, that's just a, you know, that's just a rollover machine. But you work within the confines of the short wheelbase and you're set. You know, it's a combination of knowing your skills and knowing your machine. Now, let's see what happens if I honk the horn here. What do I get? Nope. I still need the nav beacon. Unless I gotta buy a new discovery scanner after the changes happen. Let's see here, when my Toyota Tacoma was stock, some old FUD said I couldn't do Poison Spider in Moab. Totally showed him up. Vazi, bummer, my scanner's working with a mission as we speak. Well, it's entirely possible, I just need to sell the you know, this is like an old... I've seen that happen before, where you have to sell the module and then rebuy it and then it works. So, I'm not ready to give up yet, but, you know, I've got the nav beacon right here. And somehow I doubt that the next wing assassination is going to be anywhere near as easy as that last one was.
Incoming mission critical message.
Okay, a Densu 3 and a Densu 5. Perfect, we'll go to 3 and take out the target there, hopefully. And then we can go to 5, rearm, repair, and then hit there. Seems like a perfect combination. And a Densu 3 is only 28 light seconds? Hell, I could walk there if I needed to. Of course, I wouldn't want to walk there. I'd probably want my ship. Marino, I took 3 pirate hunting missions in one system. The first one interdicted me, and the other 2 joined him, so I had them all at once. Oh, lovely. Wing or individual pirates? Hank, what in the hank are you doing behind me? Individuals, unfortunately not big ships. Ah, gotcha. Alright, let's see if my string of questionable behavior continues to pay out. We're at level 5. Set 1-3.
Divert power to shields. Awaiting further instructions.
Cutter. Deadly. Nope.
Targeting overload attack. Automatic weapons scrap.
Would you stop firing shield cell banks? That was not a request to fire more shield cell banks.
Taking damage. Under attack. Warning, corrosion. Damage resistance.
Okay, we're running into trouble here.
Hull breach attack. Taking internal damage.
Gonna lose the canopy. Split 2-3.
Redistributing power.
Module malfunction.
Set 2-1.
Max engines.
Incoming mission critical message.
There was a Fer-de-Lance in there. Set 2-1.
Powering engines.
Actually, set 1-2.
Transferring power to shields.
Yeah, my distributor took damage and redistributed the pips. Alright, let's do a damage report here. Thrusters, 92%. Life support, 77. Distributor, 77. Yeah, that's what happened. Module reinforcement, 28%, but it didn't fail. Are you going to use pacifiers? Yes, I am. Excuse me. Yeah, I'm looking forward to getting those. That's the only reason I'm affiliated with President Terminator. As soon as I get those pacifiers, I'm going to quit that job and drop it like a hot rock. Set 2-1.
All power to engines.
And yeah, they have engineered super shields, and the worst offender of the bunch is the cutter. So, difference between life support and cockpit canopy. If life support gets taken out, you go on to countdown, but I believe you still have your HUD. If your canopy blows out, then you lose the HUD and you're on emergency air. Find me a parking spot.
Docking request code sent. Stand by. Accepted. You may now proceed.
Land on designated pad number 15.
Copy 1-5. Gear down.
Deploying landing gear.
Services in the starport are constantly being updated.
Little space Bondo, little space primer, little space duct tape, and we're good to go.
Enjoy your stay at our facility, Commander.
64 grand in repairs, 8,700 credits in ammo. Made profit there.
Incoming message.
Oh, in the old Elite games, if you had live animals or slaves in the cargo bay and lost life support, they became animal meat. Ugh. Engines.
All power to engines.
That's no good. That's no bueno. Gear up.
Retracting landing
Ship is
module.
released. Take care when leaving the station.
Well, hopefully we don't have another engineered cutter to deal with, so we can actually get through the shields sometime this week. But for dealing with those engineered shields, that's why I have in weapon slot 2, or in, quick select 2, fire group 2, that's why I have a railgun running feedback cascade. Set 1-3.
All power to shields.
Still needs to be an option to reinforce the canopy. Oh, there is. The module reinforcement does reinforce the canopy.
Mission objective detected.
Alright. Second verse. Same as the first.
Awaiting orders.
Capacity exceeded.
Target is Kanda. Oop.
Thermal attack. Gaining heat. Taking damage. Under attack.
Split 2-3.
Redistribute.
Warning. Temperature critical. Warning. Hull breach attack. Taking internal damage. Cannot comply.
Set 2-1.
Diverting power to engines.
Incorrect message. Cannot comply.
Leandra, no, I mean like a shielded or armored engineering option. Oh, I can see that. Armored glass. Gotcha. Combat aftermath. Probably some good materials dropped off here.
Awaiting further instructions.
Chemical distillery. Yeah, there's some good stuff in here. Hello there. Heat exchangers. Use those. I'm very impressed with how you use the Chieftain. I do the same thing in my Kanda and feel nervous with a 17,000 megajoule shield. It's a credit to your flying skills. Kudos. Well, thank you very much. Thank you for that, Leandra. Ooh, heat veins. Yes, please. Could use some of those. It's funny how the canopy can go, but the unprotected pilot sitting behind it is never damaged. Crumple zones. Very, very good crumple zones. Or something. Space crumple zones. Or a very powerful one-shot shield capacitor directly surrounding the crew compartment. Maybe. Leandra, kind of goes to show that those who, let's see, are those people saying you can only do things with the big three don't know what they're talking about. Yeah, this thing, the Alliance Chieftain is not rank locked. Anybody can buy one, and then it just takes a little bit of time, a little bit of patience, but not as much as it used to for getting the engineers all set up. And chemical manipulators.
Cargo scan retracted.
I mean, yeah, let's see. Let's have a look here at my shield. My shield capacity, my stats. Shield health, 495. There's my shields and armor. Screenshot.
Capturing image.
Mr. Tank, a hammer station? Yes, it is. I'm still not going to get one, though. It's obviously way too overpowered. Yes, way too overpowered with my 495 shields. Lakon, Kilo, Yankee, Lima, request docking clearance.
Requesting landing pad.
Permission granted. Please make your way to landing pad 1-8.
Copy 1-8. Coming in. Gear down.
Lowering landing gear.
My flying skill equates to take all the damage as long as you kill the target. I don't think I'd be very good in the Chieftain. Gotcha. Well, I could have probably taken another mission on that, but nah. Let's see here. Contacts, turn this in. Make another good chunk of change. Anything turn in here? Excuse me. Hydration. Oh, that's good hydration. Anyway. Now, let's go, let's go back to Sanguogen and make some more lovely materials from this. What's the armor on this? 2,500? Not bad. I've seen worse. I've seen a Type 10 has better armor. Gear up.
Landing gear raised.
Depart safely from the station.
Well, I did depart safely. I didn't hit the sides. I didn't hit any ships. Can't get much safer than that, right? Right?
You've now exceeded the no-fire zone. We hope you have a safe journey.
What we got going on here? Well, it looks like I've got some skipped frames going on, so... shoot. May have to recheck that a little bit later.
Piracy is rife here.
Hello, Yuki. How you doing, little miss?
Sensors to long range.
Tygon Star, do you have an automated message when someone follows your channel? That could encourage people. I do. It's Mr. Torg screaming, "Plot twist!" And then, or do you mean on the chat? I mean, no, I don't have an automated message. Usually I just hear Mr. Torg yell, and then I, you know, say thank you, and it seems a little bit more personal than just, you know, just the follows. The automated, you know, text from, say, Nightbot. I probably should, but, you know, one of those things to get around to probably tomorrow or sometime. One of those things set up for soon. Also add to the chat. Alright, well, I shall think on this. I shall ponder this. But in the meantime, soon. Small transparent logo with your name. I'm working on that. I've got a guy working on a watermark. That'll happen. Rome didn't fall in a day, you know. Wait. Rome wasn't falling. Rome wasn't built in a day. That's the one. I mean, technically it didn't fall in a day either, so I'm also accurate both ways. Technically accurate, the best kind. But no, whenever the show starts, I do shout-outs for anybody that followed, you know, get their name out. Get their name on stream and on the record. Hopefully I don't miss anybody. Engines.
Powering engines.
Verit, I still like your personal touch. Makes you feel like you're part of the stream. Gear down.
Deploying landing module.
What, you mean just for anybody popping into the channel that the bot would call them out, say hi? Nah, if you want to lurk, go ahead and lurk. I don't want a chat bot just calling everybody out as they arrive. Leandra, gotta be honest, your streams are way more deserving than a lot I follow. You deserve way more exposure. Keep going. You have the right attitude and atmosphere. Well, thank you. I try. But no, Tygon Star, I see what you're getting at, but at the same time, you know, I don't know. If you want to just show up and, you know, listen in on stuff and, you know, go right ahead. You want to participate? Go right ahead. You want to give bits? That's a paddling. Well, it's not a paddling anymore, but, you know. Mission board, here we go. Turning things in. Killing people for money. And a good cause. But mostly money. Modified embedded firmware. Hello. What also helps is give away prizes. That's true, but I'm one guy. I'm one guy, and I'm having enough trouble just getting the, more exquisite focus crystals. Take that. I mean, honestly, I have enough trouble keeping, you know, this is what my schedule is like. I mean, a lot of other streamers, they've got like a crew, they've got assistants. I mean, my morning starts, and the first thing I do is make sure everything is up to date. You know, gaming, recording software, streaming stuff, etc. Make sure that, you know, nothing horrible is going to happen. Make sure all my hardware is gonna work. Yeah, he streams full-time. I mean, honestly, this is turning into a full-time job. It's just that I'm not streaming full-time. I'm just doing a lot of background stuff, too, that, you know, prep work, because I don't have a lot of this stuff established yet. Someday. Right now, though, I mean, there's just a lot of background stuff, like software, hardware, because I've had enough failures, I'm now paranoid about keeping my hardware in good shape. Let's see. Reputation, influence. Ah, what the hell. Vera just read my new favorite quote. Every 20-minute job is one broken bolt away from becoming a 3-day ordeal. You got that right. Like when my stick... when my stick shorted out? Oh, boy. But no, Tygon Star, it's all good advice. It's all good advice, and, you know, eventually I will be set up and in a position where I can get this going, but, you know, I'm also trying to get the YouTube channel a little bit back on track, because I've neglected that for quite a while. And, you know, I've got like 400 followers here on Twitch. I've got something like 2,900, 2,800 on YouTube. I mean, that's a respectable size. I mean, it's certainly bigger than a lot of other people, but, you know, I didn't get there by just... Retract gear? Gear up.
Landing gear up.
I didn't get there by just throwing on my stream archives, and I've kind of gotten lazy with that. So I need to throw in more, you know, produce more videos there, like more of the So You Want To series, which with Engineering 2.0 here, I got some fodder for that. I may be burning the candle on both ends here, but... Leandra, have you thought about streaming on YouTube? That kind of does have its own following. It's true. It's true, but I know Jive Turkey did that for a while. He was like alternating between YouTube and Twitch. Well, that ran into a little bit of trouble just trying to keep everything straight. Twitch, I think, works better for streaming, and I've got an established streaming group here. I've got links to everything on YouTube. And then YouTube, I throw up the higher resolution videos and the how-to stuff, the short form stuff. You know, when I'm not throwing over stream archives. Nope, still don't... Oh, right, I didn't switch that out, so maybe it's... Okay, nav, bacon... bacon. But no, YouTube does have its own following, but I've streamed on Twitch off and on, and, you know, now made it much more regular. You know, keeping a regular schedule here. If you ever see a comment on one of your YouTube videos, my name is Kathina. I'm gonna try and promote you a bit more where I can. I think you deserve it. Well, thank you very much for that. Meow was talking to somebody from work and had an interesting comment that, you know, one of her coworkers said that he doesn't watch people who don't have a face cam. He likes seeing people's reactions to things. Well, it made me wonder, I mean... Maybe I should put up a poll here, but should I do a face cam? Yes, no, Hank yes, Hank no.
Incoming mission critical message.
Let's see. A Dentsu 8C. Catchy. Face cam is not essential. If you're good looking, it helps. True. That can go both ways, honestly. Mostly dangerous streamers on YouTube don't use a face cam. True. True. Phone wouldn't be a terrible idea, though not necessary. Yeah. I've experimented a little bit with the Hank cam, but that requires a kitty to cooperate, and, well... Haha. A cooperating cat. That's a good one. Yeah, it does take up screen real estate. Though I picked up a green screen, so it takes up a little bit less. I've got a green screen just in case. Now I just got to figure out a place to get that all set up. Because that takes up real-world real estate.
Plot twist!
Moonshine Badger, thank you so much for the follow. Welcome to the crew. Pull up a seat. Dad Gamer? I ain't that old. I think your content stands on its own. There's only so much you can take of someone screaming when they get shot at to really turn you off. Oh yeah, I wouldn't be doing that, but you know, maybe the there have been a few times where I've gotten this really kind of holy crap look on my face, which is, you know, I could try to be a little bit more expressive. Started talking to and follow a new streamer, a lady, and her stream is now unbearable. 20 guys try to help the poor girl, and she's not running her streams anymore. Too much mansplaining? Tygon Star, I don't like the hyperactive streamers who scream or shout a lot. Yeah, I... Like it says down in the community, I'm trying to keep this on the chill stream side of things. Too nice to everyone. People just kept walking all over. Oh, that's too bad. I mean, it's nice that she's nice, but people oughtn't to be taking advantage of that. Now, I will admit, early on, and like helping Meow out and getting things set up in her cockpit setup, I'll be honest, I was a control freak. I mean, I thought, you know, I've got this control setup and she's got an identical setup. Well, you know, configure these buttons this way and get things set up this way. And, you know, I had to get it knocked through my head, figuratively and maybe a little bit literally, that just because it works for me doesn't mean it works for everybody. Now, the one thing I will say, and maybe this is still a little bit of control freak in here, but I think if you're going to be flying an Elite, it does you really well to kind of know every nut and bolt of the ship and what stuff does, what happens when certain things fail. You know, can you control the ship even, you know, do you have rudimentary control if you lose the thrusters? You know, if you lose your thrusters malfunction. Do you know what to do if you have a canopy blowout? You know, do you know what to do if you run out of fuel? That sort of thing, I think everybody, you know, ought to have, but I'm much less militant and drumming about it. Mr. Moo, the radio DJ you want in your cockpit when you're doing other things. Moo FM. Yep, just not that old station identifier. We don't want that. When canopy blows out, I just hold my breath until I get to the station. Okay. KMYU. Yep. All bull all the time. Wait. No, that's bad. Shoot! I am in orbit of the right planet, right? Okay, yes. No, I used to do intros for a station KYTC. Well, that was a radio station that was totally automated. All the music was automated. All the intros and outros and everything was recorded like hours before it went on the air. I figured, hey, let's be a smartass. And this is an oldies station, so, well, oldies / classic rock. They evolved it to classic rock. And, yeah. Slide into your morning with KY 102.7 FM. Alright, what do we got here? Threat level 5, here we go. Set 1-3. Set 1-3.
Powering shields.
Target, Conda. Well, that didn't take long for his buddies. Oop. Split 2-3.
Diverting power to requested systems.
Retract hard points. Set 2-1. Hit it.
Power diverted to engines.
Let's see here. Raging Yeti was doing a surface skimmer mission, got stuck in a wall, couldn't boost out or move, so I logged out. Tried to log back in, and now I get an error message and the game won't load. Try logging in with regular Elite instead of Horizons, and that should pop you back into orbit. Leandra, you have Astra beat hands down. Why don't they come to you to read Galnet news? Oh, that'd be nice. Let's see here. Let's get stuff set up here. Let's get landed and repaired. Let's see the damage report here. 77% on the module reinforcement. 68% on the canopy, and that's about the worst of it. I can live with that. Raging Yeti already restarted the computer. Yeah, try just logging in with normal Elite instead of Horizons. Murwaz, what are you shooting? Confetti? I am shooting a whole lot of engineered frag cannons. Leandra, whatever happened to Kix? I've been watching some of your old streams. She sounded nice. Yeah, they discontinued it. They stopped, the creator stopped supporting it like a year and a half, 2 years ago. When I started using Kix, she was on her very last version. Still available at Ripley Galactic. Somebody's still hosting a legacy site for her, but given all the updates to the game and the journal reader and everything, she's not really compatible anymore. I still run some Kix aspects. The power modification, that runs through her. Also my my music control software. So I can run VLC player and just do some basic, you know, volume, rewind, start, stop, etc. Verid, HCS should have you record a voice pack. It'd be nice. Nice work if you can get it. But yeah, Merwaz, I am running... So I'm running, let's see here, 4... I'm running 2 Class 3 and 2 Class 1 frag cannons. Kind of like the Russian voice. Interesting, I thought Kix always had a bit of an Irish accent. Maybe I'm just misremembering. But no, I'm running 2 Class 3 and 2 Class 1 frag cannons engineered with double shot grade 5. And they're fixed. They hit hard. With double shot, well, double shot. So with these 2 Class 3 frags, it's actually like, I think, shooting somebody rapid fire with 12 frag cannons. Now the mods on them are dazzle shell and screening shell for the big ones. So they will blind sensors for the dazzle shell, and the screening shell, that reloads a lot faster than normal, so that's basically an auto shotgun. And then on the small frags, I'm running corrosive and drag shells. Now corrosive, that will, you know, kill any kind of major hull reinforcement they got, all their resistances. And the drag shells, that treats, their engines treat it like they're running at 0 pips. The, see here, the plasma cannon, that is running grade 5 efficient and target lock breaker. So that just unlocks me if anybody has me locked on and I hit them. And then my third small hard point, I am running... for my third small hard point, I am running a small railgun with a grade 1 short-range blaster mod and feedback cascade. So all those super engineered shields, you don't get them back, but you can keep the heat. I'm generous that way. Copy 08. Yeah, a little bit of a nudge. Gear down.
Deploying gear.
Kix, voice pack similar to HCS work? Yes. Free. But she hasn't been supported for quite a while. Paratroop. I have so much more to learn about engineering, it's daunting. It really is. Trying to think. The website Inara. That's a good place to go to kind of show. Inara.cz, that's a good place to go to kind of look up what the engineering effects are. But also there's... Inara also sets up so that you can kind of create a shopping list. Okay, you work on it? Alright. Excellent. Now there's a new program, well, new. It's new to me, and I love it. It's called ED Engineer. I think it's ED Engineer or ED Engineering. ED Engineer. And it works like Inara, except it reads your journal file in real time instead of having to wait for the site to refresh. Reads your journal in real time and lets you know what you got, and actually gives you a verbal note when you have everything for a certain blueprint. Alright, 259 grand there, not bad. Here. Nope, no notoriety. No bounties. Beautiful. Actually, let's see. Because I think, according to ED Engineer, I have access to corrosion-resistant cargo racks.
Or around the starport is not permitted. We thank commanders for their cooperation.
So type in Adensu, search. Alia Station, Arigi. Alright. H-A-R-R-I-I. Galaxy map.
Displaying map.
Well, let's just make sure I don't have to go zooming out into the great beyond. Ah, 61 light seconds? I can work with that. Yeah, and ED Shipyard is also good, Leandra. Plan your builds out before you waste mats. You're up.
Retracting landing gear.
Your way is cleared for departure.
Right, let's not crash into anything here. Devil's Gaming, why can't I get into Sirius? I got allied with Sirius Corp and no invitation. There was a note. I was seeing that there's something bugged on invites. For engineers, for Federal, for Imperial. I assume there's also a problem with, say, any and all permits. Yeah, oh, how great. And that's, you know, that's assuming that it's not just, you know, you haven't made enough prayers to RN Jesus for, for the permit to actually just show up. Yeah, you need to do the permit mission. I think that's what Devils is talking about. Allied with Sirius, well, now you need the permit for the Sirius system. Yeah, you're not getting the permit, that's the problem. Exactly. Well, no, Paratroop, he's allied. He's got allied status with Sirius. So it should just be working in any, you know, working in any Sirius system that they throw the permit his way. So this is something that happened last night when I was testing stuff out. Yeah, I cast Transmute Metal to Confetti. I mean, this was a Fer-de-Lance, and yes, it was only a competent Fer-de-Lance, but that's still a Fer-de-Lance with its 70 hull hardness. But yeah, transmute metal to confetti. Voice attack is all about saying the right incantations for the effect to occur. You're not wrong. Witchcraft. Voicecraft. I think that's something else. I think that's copyrighted as some kind of microphone thing. Still. So I've got a little white ball of fluff who is sitting right underneath my arm, so if I move the stick the wrong way, I'm gonna bonk her. That's no good. So my combat flying is slightly limited here until Yuki decides to shift position. Because of course. Because cat. Yes, do not bonk the floofball. Leandra, voice attack is extremely immersive when you have the same voice pack as Kovas. I have Celeste for both and it makes the ship feel much more alive. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Why was I... I must have done... I was watching chat, and I was watching the cat, and I didn't even notice that I did a loop of shame there. Speaking of immersion... Don't drive and text, kids.
Lincoln Kilo Yankee Lima. We've prepared a landing pad for your arrival, Commander. Welcome to our station. Request approved. Set down on landing pad 30.
That's true. Cat is chat with an extra H. Oops. Minor bonk. Gear down.
The gear is down and locked.
500 meters from touchdown.
Okay, Mr. Tech Broker, let's talk.
Contact.
Actually, Mr. Gasman, let's talk. The free male Kovas and Astron voice attack with some stuff turned off in Kovas ends up being Kovas is just a ship and an AI working together. Yeah, I've got that on my, Verid, I've got that on my RPG account. Because I fly my other account in the Elite RPG server. And basically, his idea is he's a bounty hunter who doesn't put much trust in a whole lot of stuff. So he's got two slightly antagonistic AIs working together on the ship because their bickering actually makes them both that much sharper. And they're trying to outdo each other. See here, corrosion-resistant cargo rack. Well, now this just isn't right. I can't craft this. I need a whole lot more for this. I need meta-alloys, radiation baffles. I'm not going to get that shot cannon made anytime soon. But that's alright, we can, This is a project for later, is what this is. Let's turn in the data, 50 grand. Galaxy map.
Galaxy map.
And back to Sanguogen to turn this in, and we're set. And yeah, Leandra, Victor can be very judgmental. That's why it's fun having... Although, it might be fun to have Eli and Victor, like straight man and funny man, going at it. Gear up.
Gear up.
Basically Abbott and Costello for a ship's computer. Initiate jump sequence on my mark.
Okay.
Mark.
Hyperspace jump engaging.
All clear. Flight control out.
Marino, I use Victor if I'm playing while watching the stream. Oh, not a bad idea. I like that. Actually, you know what? While we're here, I'm switching over to exploration mode. Okay, so Elite Track is now set up for exploration mode. Let's put this to rest. I'm gonna lock on this star and get a scan off of it. Let's make sure that Elite Track's Explorer mode is up and running here. Now, it's not the best scanner, it's only a basic scanner instead of the detailed scanner, but hopefully that should put it to rest whether I'm actually getting some data or error messages broadcast out to you guys. Resume course.
Selecting next destination.
Let me know if that, what that pops up, or what that outputs. Also, one other mod I put on this ship. I put in the low emissions power plant. And it really, really helps with the overheating issue I had every time I was scooping around a star. Grade 5 fuel scoop is good enough to refill the tank. It was just running into a whole lot of overheating. No longer a problem. Yeah, I had to play with the power settings a little bit, but no longer a problem. And I don't know if you can hear it on the stream, but Yuki is now singing the song of her people. Her whiny, whiny people.
Piracy is rife here.
Yeah, Leandro, low emissions power plants are amazing, provided you have spare power to begin with.
Long range.
That's why my my Python, I'm not too terribly broken up that I spent the entire night engineering that power plant last night, instead of working on something that's class 6 sized. Because the class 7, that thing will... I have the stealthiest Python around now, like was set up above, Outrunner 2.0. As far as I can tell, you have to be within 500 meters of this ship to scan it, and that is before I activate silent running. If you can get your heat down below 20%, you're good. And I've also outfitted it with a variant on these frag cannons, except they're gimbals instead of fixed. So if you do try to hijack it... Well, I hope you like a face full of buckshot. Metal Gear Python. Snake! Snake! What was it I saw? Somebody... There was a picture of Chris Evans from the set of Infinity War. And somebody was saying, hot damn, Solid Snake cosplay is hard to pull off. Now I can't imagine, help but imagine that, Kojima writing the final act of Infinity War. Cool, but impossible to understand. Visions of an SRV under a box. Yep. Put him on an airliner. Name the game Snakes on a Plane. And on that terrible, terrible note of which I make no apologies for, I think we may call it here for the day. Yuki and Hank are looking at me like I owe them money, which usually means I owe them food. Gear down?
Landing gear deployed.
And we're here. Good day. Good productive day. I mean, damn, this thing is just tearing up those wing assassination missions, which... So, keep a note of this, because I'm sure Frontier is going to be nerfing the hell out of the Chieftain rather soon. At least if this is any indicator. Oh, thank you so much for coming out. Thank you so much for the follows, the subs, the bits, the everything. Murwas, ED Shipyard, holy hell, it can do a lot. Yes, it can. I will be back on Friday. Still gonna do more, teaching myself some production stuff for the YouTube side of things, but I will be back on Friday. Usual time, usual place. Thank you so much, Paratroop. Great show. Have a great evening. You too, everybody. Have a good day, a good evening, a good afternoon. Have a good one. Have a good tomorrow, too. And I will be back on Friday. I'm Mr. Moo. You've been great. See y'all soon. Fly safe. If you can't fly safe, fly dangerous. If you can't fly safe or fly dangerous, I'm sure there's a third-party app or website that can help you all out. Take care, everybody. Let's see where we're gonna go from here. Let's see here. Who are we going to send you off to? Let's see. Who's on? Let's see here. Well, Vang Fan is on. Let's go over and say hi to him. Good streamer. The guy just hits elite and hits it hard. I think he's up to like 120, 130 some Thargoids taken out. So the guy knows his Xeno hunting. And he's also up around the 5 billion mark in cash, so, you know. Take care, everybody. See you again on Friday.